Thanks for joining us today for another episode of our Packaging Professional Series. I'm Derek Dyke, and I'm joined by my colleague Gloria Naiman to take us through the process of developing a custom tin.
Custom tins are a large segment of retail packaging. They encompass confectionary packaging, beverage alcohol, specialty food, and fashion retail. When purchasing custom tins, first you must establish what size and shape of tin you need. There are endless sizes and shapes to choose from.
And by selecting tooling from our existing library, you can avoid an upfront investment. Size and shape key questions. How long does it take to develop tooling for a new size of tin? At what quantity would tooling be no charge?
In terms of construction, there are three-piece tins, which are comprised of a lid, a body, and a base. This tin is a two-piece construction. It has a lid and a pushed base.
Here are some examples of specialty shapes. Some are pushed to form and some are wrapped to base. Construction key questions. What are the advantages of a pushed base versus a wrapped to form base? What are the size limitations of a two-piece tin?
Standard thickness for steel tin plate is 23 gauge. In addition to gauge, you can choose to have the material natural silver tin plate, coated white, or coated black.
Materials key question. When is it best suited to use a coated material versus standard tin plate? So when you have a standard shaped tin, it allows you to do a length, width, height dimension. Start with the length, width. You'll want to measure the tray depth, and then also the lid depth. Now for measuring a cylinder, first you're going to want to take the diameter at the widest point, followed by the depth of the base, then the depth of the lid. So specialty shapes can be a little tricky, so what you'll want to do is you'll want to measure your project at its widest points, followed by the depth of the base and the depth of the lid. Now when you're printing your tin project, you have the option of 4-color process, printing using Pantones, or a combination of both.
Some finishes available are gloss varnish, matte varnish with spot gloss, crackle finish, and 3D embossing. If your tin will have direct food contact, you will want to apply FDA-approved varnish on the inside.
Printing key questions. Can I have both a metallic and a flat finish on the same tin? What are the print limitations if using a two-piece construction that has a push-to-form base? What is the difference between standard embossing and 3D embossing?
In designing your tin, some special features to consider are handle styles, windows on your lids, and embossing.
So one of the lid options that you have is a clam close, a hinge, a plug lid with a flush close, a lid with a rolled edge, and a lid with a screw closure.
To discuss your tin project, contact us at
sales@lovetopack.com or 416-638-1221.